G'day folks, well I've got this 6x6x2 cue board here. It's made by Tripum, and I'm just doing a walkthrough solve on it, so whatever happens happens and we'll see how we go. Now with this sort of thing, what I'm doing is noticing that there's two main layers here, so I'm treating this face as the top, this is the bottom, and then these as the there's clearly nothing between them. And what that means is the first thing I'm trying to do is get the four centerpieces on the top and the bottom face, the yellow and white centerpieces right in the middle of it. Get them in there. And you can see I've got two there at the moment on that face. I've got one on that face. So it's a little bit tricky to see. That white piece is one of the centerpieces, the yellow is not. So initially, to think about getting some more in, I notice that there's one on the side here, that yellow piece, that needs to roll across like that. Now which piece was it? It was the second in. So that, in fact, I could almost, if I wanted, I could happily do that and say that's four centerpieces, they're done. And well, I think I will. There's none there now, obviously, but that's okay. I've got one face done. And now I'd look to the other side here. And now I notice this, and I've got a white piece and a white piece, both of which need to move to this face. There's a bit of a setup. I'm going to turn that around and bring it down so that I've got a white piece on the left and a white piece on the right. I'm now going to do a corner piece series for cue boards to bring those in. So just an up, right two, up prime, left two, and repeat. Whoops, and you can see already that has allowed this little thing here to start moving, which is a bit of a bonus. Now let's see where we're at. I've got all four centerpieces done there. I've got to keep, just initially you've got to keep your wits about you. That's a top, there's the bottom with two of them done. Can I turn that? I can. That is looking great. Two centerpieces there. That means there's only two left, and the two are here and here. So again, I want to put them sort of next to each other. So I'm going to do a setup so that now one is on the left, one is on the right, carry out the same thing. There we go, that'll do. So on the top, all four centerpieces, on the bottom, all four centerpieces. Now the next thing that I want to do is deal with these corners. So initially, I'm just going to turn. I'm not entirely sure whether I want to do what I'm about to do. I'm still not entirely sure. I think I'm just going to have to throw caution to the wind here. I want to get these two and turn these in using the same corner piece series, and I'm going to be able to turn this initially, but when I turn the right face up, it's not just going to turn that. I think it's going to be okay. So up, right two. Now I just want to turn that, but now I've got to turn the whole lot. In fact, that's not going to be okay at all. I'm going to abandon that and actually think for a minute. That, I think, is going to be better doing that, except it's knocked out the centers. Actually, happier. I'm happier. I actually want it on. Apologies for just having to think through this. If I do that, it is going to take, you know what, it's not going to be okay because that's coming right down to the third layer. I turn that around. I can't turn that around because of that. It's actually quite tricky just to think through. The problem that I'm having is, yeah, if I try and do it and bring these ones in, so I'm instantly having to turn all three layers, and what that's going to do, I think, is pull out the centerpieces that I've just made. I'll just do it anyway and see what happens. Yeah, you can see it sort of has. I'm not sure that I'm entirely upset with that though, because what you can also see is I've got 1, 2, 3 corners here. I've got 1, 2, 3. So I've only got 2 corners left to deal with, and I am very tempted to deal with those 2 corners now. So a little bit of a change of plan. Let's see if we can be flexible. It's actually not looking too bad. Same sort of thing. Finish it off like that. Now, what I like about this is that all my outer corners are done. What I don't like is that nothing else is. Now, having said that, I do have free movement here. I've got it here. And if I do that, that looks better already. Turn that around. There's it looking much better. Okay. Sorry, I just started speaking American vaguely. This is fantastic now. I'm happy with this because I now have free movement through all of my layers, and that is what I was aiming for. So now that I've got that free movement, I can do a corner piece series for cuboids here to get just the bottom, get these bottom layers going. So that means I've just got to turn the top, or the second layer from the top. So up with just that layer, right 2. It's a little bit tricky just holding everything where I want it. Up prime, left 2, and repeat. Okay, that's done that, and I should find there's not as many now, and I think that's what I've found. Let's continue. Let's do it on these ones here. So this time I just want to turn the 3rd layer for my upper face. So like that, up, right 2. It's all the same algorithm. Up prime, left 2, and repeat. There we go. Right 2, up prime, left 2. That is definitely looking better. Let's continue doing this. Here we go. I can do both of these at the same time, I'm pretty sure. So both of the slice layers as the upturn. Right 2, up prime, left 2. I mean, look, it gets boring, but it's pretty cool when you only have to remember one algorithm. Right 2, and I can finish that off. Beautiful, back to cuboid form. So that's my first sort of thing. Now, the beauty of it is now the centers I can do completely independently. So I could theoretically leave them till the end if I wanted to, but I like to do them now because I like seeing the centers done. Now what I initially would try and do is just get as many yellow pieces onto one face as I can. So for example, I can turn that up like that. I've got 3 yellows there, which I might turn to there. That only leaves me 3 pieces to deal with, which is good. There are no outer corners of the center. Well, I'm talking about these pieces here. So next I'll look at this piece, and I notice that when I turn the upper face, this white piece goes to that position. So that means that I want a yellow piece on the bottom to be in that position on the bottom. So the white piece went to here. If I follow that down, there's a yellow piece there. That's exactly what I want. So just remember at the moment I've got 3 white pieces here. I'm going to carry this out. There's my upper turn. What is it? It's exactly the same sequence. Then a right turn, then an up prime, and here's the key. I just turn that slice for my left turn. Repeat. Done. Now you remember we had 3 white pieces. We've only got 2 now, and again we've got 2 on the bottom. Same sort of thing. Let's have a look at this white piece. That white piece, when the upper face turns, it goes down to the second to bottom position there. So I need a yellow piece there. Now I'm ready. Up, right 2, up prime, now just the slice. That should just leave me with 1. Where's that going? That's going nowhere. That is, well, that's a little inner corner of the corner. So that's actually going to turn to here. So I want the yellow piece corresponding in that corresponding position. Now I turn that, just the slice for the right turn, turn it back, and just the slice for the left turn. Continue. Here we go, and almost like magic, that's got all those little centre pieces in. Good, so of course there's no fixed centre because it's an even puzzle. So I've just chosen this to be the yellow face and this one to be the white face. Now the next thing that I want to do is reduce my edges. So I want to make quartets here of my edges. That's just going to be, like, here's a white, red, I'll find another white, red somewhere. Look, here's 3 white blues. Let's find the other white blue, which is over there. So I want to put that on the opposite face so that when I turn this 180 degrees, it matches up what I want. Then I can just turn that off to a side face, replace it with another one, return it, and return the centres. And that white blue is now done. I've got 3 white yellows here, so I need the other white, sorry, that's a blue yellow. Need the other blue yellow there. I do know my colours. Put that underneath, bring it up, turn it off, replace, return the centre. It's pretty quick when you get into it. Now I don't have any other great ones, but I do have, it looks like, a couple of orange yellows here, so I'll put another orange yellow opposite it, bring it up to form 3. Let's turn that off and replace it with this one. Then return that centre. Now I've got 3 orange yellows, I can find the other one, and it is already opposite, so I just turn that up and replace it with something dodgy. Return centres. What's next? 1, 2, there's 3 of them done. Well, it's a green yellow here, so I can see another one there, place it opposite. Which one was that? The side one. And these 3 green yellows, get the other one, which is there. And turn that one up to the top face to make 4. And turn that off. Replace it. Return centres. Got 3 red yellows now, so I can deal with that. Now at this point, because I've already made 4, all 4 of them happen to be on the side, so I just need to place another bit that's not done on the side temporarily. Now I can bring up my red yellow piece and replace it with this stuff. How many have I got to go? 3 by the look of it. I've got green, white, so I'm going to go use that. Get the green, white opposite, bring it up, replace it, return centres. What is left? Okay, so we've got this situation. So here I've got a swap of 2 pieces. So I've just got that and that. You can see the white orange and the white red need to swap, or the white maroon, whatever you want to call that. They need to swap. And it doesn't help just going, oh, well, I'll just swap them, because all it does is create another swap with another 2 pieces. So when I have one swap, what I need to do is turn just that slice 1 turn, and then resolve the slice using an even number of turns, which is of course the corner piece series for cuboids, to put these things back, replace the centres. Now I can get the yellow, I'm going to end up with a couple of yellow and whites out, but that's okay, I can fix them. So up turn is just the slice, right 2, up prime, left 2, you know the drill by now. And the last 2, okay, get those centres back. I've got 2 yellows here that need replacing. Now I'll turn them around, they're going to go there. So what that tells me is I'll need my other 2 white pieces there. Here we go, turn the upper face, both of these, up prime, just the left slice. Done. Right, let's get back to reducing these edges. I've probably got all of them have gone now. I'll do this quite quickly. This orange yellow are next. Blue yellow, yep, blue yellow, that looks good. I've got some on the side, no I haven't, so I'll need to put something on the side temporarily. Now, where are we? Okay, now I've got a swap of 2 pieces, like 2 swaps, and that's okay. Now, if I do, if I put this around opposite and I turn that, what you can see happens by doing that, so let's just take stock, I said I had 2 swaps, and so by turning the slice, what I've now created is 1 swap, 2 swaps, so it's the same thing but they're on 4 different pieces. And that now means that I'm going to be able to finish off with a 3 cycle. But first I've just got to get the centres back, and so I'll just quickly do that. Okay, so they're back. Let's go ahead and just finish some of these off. In fact, that now, by doing that, has created a nice little 3 cycle at the end. So I've got white, I've got a white red. Let's get this one off. Okay, white reds at the side, white reds in the middle. So I'll turn up the white reds and I'll replace them with this one, which is my last piece. Return the centres, and these will magically complete the edges. All my edges are now reduced. Okay, next step is to treat this as a 3x3x2 cuboid. So there's my yellow centre, there's my yellow green edge. I can match it up with that corner, so this is supposed to be yellow red, so I can turn that on, do a little edge piece series there. That's yellow red, yellow green, yellow, that's supposed to be yellow blue. Yep, so that's good, 3 of them done there. Let's turn it upside down, use that one to help get the top face. So this should be white red sitting here. Do I have that? I do, and I can turn that around. This should be white blue, which is down here. White blue, white green, white orange, so just a little swap there. So what I'll do is actually place the white green one over to here with an edge piece series initially. Now my swap is the yellow orange, the white orange. They're directly opposite, so I'll just turn that. They're swapped. Now I'm down to doing the corners. So I'm now going to look for a corner that needs to roll into position. So this white, green, orange needs to roll across to that position. And again, I'm just going to use the corner piece series for cuboids. That's my 3rd piece up there. So that is going to be a white, green, red. So I'll just see, is there a white, green, red on the top? There is. So I'll turn it around to the back in that position. Up, right 2, up prime, left 2, up, right 2, up prime, left 2, same algorithm. Undo that setup move, and you can see that's in position and that's in position. What else have I got? Yellow, orange, blue going across to there. This has got to be a yellow, orange, green. Is that up the top? It is, so I'll turn it back to that position, doing an anti-clockwise one now. Up prime, left 2, up right 2, etc. Undo the setup. 1, 2, 3 left to go. That's going to there. This one's got to go around to there as a setup. Undo the setup. 6 by 6 by 2 is all solved.